Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to talk about something that transcends status, wealth, or recognition, something that is intrinsic to each and every one of us value. Value is not a measure of what you own or how many people praise you. It is not something that can be given or taken away. Your value is inherent. It is a part of you, embedded deep within your very being. You were born with it. The moment you came into this world, you brought with you an irreplaceable worth. And no external circumstance can alter that. Now, here's the truth that many people miss: value is tied to purpose. You were created for a reason. And that reason is the key to understanding your value. When you align yourself with your true purpose, you begin to understand just how valuable you are. You begin to realize that the things you were meant to accomplish are far beyond what you can see with your eyes. You were designed to make an impact, to contribute, and to leave a legacy. But too often we search for validation in places that cannot define our worth. We look to the world for recognition. We measure ourselves against the achievements of others. And yet, true value comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are, knowing your purpose, and having the courage to walk in it. You do not need the approval of others to know that you are valuable. Let me ask you this: how often do you limit your potential because of what others think? Your potential is limitless when you stop looking for permission to be great. Don't let anyone tell you that you are not capable, not worthy, or not enough. You have greatness inside of you, and it is waiting to be unlocked. To recognize the value in yourself is to see the value in others. Respect for others' value is a reflection of how much you respect your own. When you lift others up, when you acknowledge that, when you acknowledge their worth, you elevate yourself in the process. We are all connected, and the way we treat others speaks volumes about how we value ourselves. True value is revealed through self-awareness. The more you understand who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your gifts, the more you unlock the potential that lies within. And when you walk in that understanding, you walk in your power. And don't let your past define you. Your past mistakes, failures, and limitations are not who you are. They are stepping stones to who you are becoming. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Your true value cannot be contained by your past. Your future is brighter than your history, and your best days are ahead of you. Remember, your value is not stagnant. It grows with you as you grow. The more you invest in personal growth, the more you elevate your value. Never stop learning, never stop evolving, and never stop becoming the person you were always meant to be. The moment you stop growing is the moment you stop realizing your true value. In closing, remember this: your value is not something to be earned or lost. It is a reflection of your purpose, your potential, and your commitment to living out the greatness within you. You are valuable not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Live with that knowledge, and your life will be transformed. Intrinsic value is the concept that every individual possesses an inherent worth simply by being who they are. This value is not dependent on external factors like achievements, social status, or material possessions. It is something that exists within you regardless of the circumstances you face or the titles you hold. Every person, regardless of their background, race, or socioeconomic standing, has this intrinsic value. It is woven into the very fabric of their being, grounded in the understanding that they have a unique purpose in life. When we begin to understand this concept, we realize that our worth is not something to be earned through accomplishments or recognition. Rather, it is something that is already present, deeply ingrained in who we are as individuals. This intrinsic value is a reflection of our potential, the unique contributions we are capable of making in this world. It is a realization that each person has something special to offer, something no one else can provide. Too often we base our worth on the validation of others, their praise, approval, or comparisons to others. But the truth is that external validation can be fleeting. It is here one moment and gone the next. If we hinge our sense of self-worth on the approval of others or on fleeting successes, we are in danger of losing sight of our true value. True worth comes from an internal sense of being, from an understanding that we are valuable simply because we exist. This understanding helps free us from the need to prove ourselves constantly to the world. It gives us the confidence to pursue our purpose, make decisions aligned with our values, and face challenges without fearing that a failure will diminish our worth. When we recognize our intrinsic value, we stop looking for validation from outside sources and begin to trust in the deep-seated belief that we are enough just as we are. This is where true empowerment begins. In embracing our intrinsic value, we also develop a greater sense of compassion for others. If we can recognize the inherent worth within ourselves, we are more likely to see that same worth in others. We stop measuring people by their outward success or failures and begin to appreciate their potential, their humanity, and their unique contribution to the world. When we see the intrinsic value in others, we foster a deeper connection and mutual respect, elevating not only ourselves but the world around us. Our purpose is the foundation upon which true value is built. Without purpose, we can easily become lost, drifting through life without a clear direction or sense of meaning. It is purpose that brings clarity and focus, allowing us to recognize and embrace the unique value we hold. When we understand our purpose, we understand the significance of our existence. Our worth is not determined by the recognition we receive or the success we achieve, but by the specific contribution we are meant to make in this world. Purpose provides a lens through which we view the world and ourselves. It shapes the way we respond to challenges, setbacks, and successes. When we are living in alignment with our purpose, we begin to see that every experience, whether good or bad, has meaning. Even the struggles become opportunities for growth, helping us refine our understanding of who we are and why we are here. This sense of purpose gives us resilience because we know that no matter what happens, we are on a path that is leading us toward fulfilling our potential. The clarity that purpose brings enables us to make choices that are consistent with our true selves. It allows us to focus on what matters most and let go of distractions. Many people spend their lives chasing after things that don't align with their deeper purpose, seeking validation in places that cannot provide lasting fulfillment. True value is not found in the pursuit of fame, wealth, or external approval. It is found in the pursuit of what we were created to do. When we tap into that purpose, we unlock a deeper sense of self-worth that is not contingent on fleeting external circumstances. Purpose also directs our energy towards something greater than ourselves. It transcends individual desires and connects us to a larger vision, whether it's helping others, making a difference in our community, or contributing to a cause. The value of our lives is not solely for our benefit, but is meant to enrich the lives of those around us. When we live in alignment with our purpose, our impact ripples out beyond our immediate surroundings, affecting those we may never even meet. This larger vision gives our lives a profound sense of meaning, reminding us that our value is not isolated but interconnected with the well-being of others. The key to recognizing our value is not simply in asking what we can achieve for ourselves, but in discovering how our unique purpose enables us to serve, impact, and contribute. Our value is not defined by the number of accolades we collect, but by the depth and authenticity of our contributions to the world. When we align with our purpose, we stop measuring ourselves by external standards and begin to measure our worth by the alignment between our actions and our purpose. This is where true fulfillment lies, and it is in this fulfillment that we find the deep and lasting understanding of our value. External validation can be a powerful but deceptive force in our lives. It's the constant search for approval, recognition, and praise from others that shapes how we see ourselves. In a world that is so connected and constantly influenced by social media, peer pressure, and societal expectations, it's easy to get caught up in this cycle. We measure our worth based on how others perceive us, on the likes, the comments, the achievements that are acknowledged by the world. However, this external validation is often fleeting and unreliable, and if we are not careful, it can lead us down a path of self-doubt, insecurity, and even frustration. When we rely too heavily on the approval of others, we begin to lose sight of our true selves. We start shaping our actions, decisions, and even our identities based on what we believe will earn us praise or acceptance. We become trapped in the opinions and expectations of others, allowing them to define who we are rather than discovering our worth from within. This constant need for validation can stifle our creativity, limit our potential, and prevent us from truly expressing ourselves. We might avoid taking risks or pursuing dreams because we fear judgment or rejection. External validation often leads to a never-ending pursuit of external markers of success. The praise from others, the accolades, and the material rewards can give a temporary boost to our self-esteem, but it doesn't last. The moment the applause fades, we are left wondering if we are still valuable, still worthy, and still capable. This creates a cycle where our self-worth is tied to the constant need for external recognition. And because that recognition is often short-lived or dependent on factors beyond our control, we are left feeling empty and unfulfilled. One of the greatest dangers of relying on external validation is that it can lead to a lack of authenticity. When we are too focused on pleasing others, we lose touch with our true values, beliefs, and desires. We begin to wear masks, acting in ways that are not in alignment with who we really are, just to fit in or be accepted. This disconnection from our true selves leads to feelings of dissatisfaction, as we live in a way that doesn't truly reflect our inner identity. In the pursuit of approval, we can end up sacrificing our peace, happiness, and sense of purpose. Moreover, when we place our worth in the hands of others, we allow their opinions to dictate our emotional well-being. If someone criticizes us or if we face rejection, we internalize that negativity and allow it to shape our sense of value. This external feedback loop leaves us vulnerable to the ever-changing moods and judgments of others. A simple misjudgment or an unkind word can send us spiraling into doubt, making us question everything about ourselves. In this way, we give others power over how we feel about ourselves, which is both disempowering and unhealthy. True value comes from understanding that we are enough, regardless of external circumstances or the approval of others. It comes from deep within, from knowing who we are, what we stand for, and what we are capable of achieving. When we let go of the need for constant validation, we can experience true freedom. We can pursue our passions, take risks, and live authentically without the fear of judgment or rejection. We begin to realize that our worth is not contingent on external factors, is inherent and unshakable. And that realization allows us to live with confidence, peace, and purpose. Uncovering your potential is a journey of self-discovery and self-empowerment. It's about recognizing that within you lies an untapped well of possibilities waiting to be brought to life. Many people go through life unaware of the incredible abilities, talents, and strengths that they possess. Often, this happens because we are conditioned to underestimate ourselves or measure our worth based on external achievements rather than on what we're truly capable of. The process of uncovering your potential begins when you break free from those limitations and start believing that you are capable of achieving far more than you ever imagined. Potential is not something you have to search for outside yourself. It's already there, deep within you, waiting to be recognized and nurtured. The challenge is to look beyond your present circumstances, fears, and self-doubt to uncover the possibilities that exist. This requires a willingness to challenge your own beliefs and step outside of your comfort zone. Often the very things that hold us back are the doubts we have about ourselves or the fear of failure. However, failure is not a reflection of your worth or potential. It is simply a stepping stone on the path to success. To uncover your potential, you must first accept that growth comes with challenges and that these challenges are not barriers but opportunities for development. When you begin to believe in your own potential, you open the door to new possibilities. It's important to remember that potential is not about perfection. It's about growth, progress, and the willingness to evolve. No one is born with all the answers, but every person is born with the ability to learn, adapt, and rise to the occasion. The key is to stay open to learning and to trust the process of development. Each step, no matter how small, moves you closer to discovering your full potential. Part of uncovering your potential is understanding that it may not look the way you expect. Sometimes we have preconceived notions of what success or achievement should look like, and when we don't meet those expectations, we begin to question our abilities. But true potential is not limited to a narrow definition of success. It can manifest in different forms in various areas of life and at different times. The potential within you may be found in your creativity, your ability to lead, your talent for connecting with others, or your resilience in the face of adversity. These different aspects of potential are not always immediately visible, but with time, effort, and a commitment to personal growth, they will emerge. As you uncover your potential, you will also begin to understand the importance of purpose. Knowing your purpose gives you the clarity and motivation to act. It provides the direction you need to channel your energy and resources into what matters most. Potential and purpose are inseparable when you know what you are meant to do. Your potential becomes a powerful force that drives you forward. It is this alignment with purpose that transforms latent abilities into tangible results. The process of uncovering your potential also requires patience and persistence. It's not about instant results, but about consistent effort and belief in your growth. Often the journey involves taking one step forward, encountering setbacks, and then picking yourself up again. With each challenge, your potential is revealed more clearly. As you push through obstacles, you discover new strengths, develop new skills, and refine your vision for what you can achieve. Most importantly, uncovering your potential is a continual process. The more you invest in yourself through learning, self-reflection, and action, the more you unlock the layers of greatness within you. This is not a destination, but a lifelong journey, one that evolves as you do. When you commit to uncovering your potential, you are committing to the fullest expression of who you are meant to be. And in doing so, you unlock the power to create a life of significance, fulfillment, and purpose. Self-worth and confidence are deeply intertwined, each feeding into the other. Your sense of self-worth is the foundation upon which your confidence is built. It is the internal belief that you are valuable, deserving of respect, and capable of achieving great things. Confidence, on the other hand, is the external expression of that belief. When you recognize your intrinsic worth, you stand tall in the world, assured in who you are and what you bring to the table. Confidence comes not from perfection or external validation, but from the unwavering belief that you are enough just as you are, regardless of the challenges or failures you face. A strong sense of self-worth is essential because it empowers you to navigate life with resilience and grace. When you value yourself, you are less likely to be swayed by the opinions of others or by setbacks that might otherwise undermine your confidence. You understand that your value is not dependent on achievements, compliments, or even acceptance from others. This internal understanding allows you to face the world with a quiet strength, knowing that your worth is inherent, not contingent on external circumstances. True self-worth is rooted in knowing that you are worthy of love, success, and happiness simply by being yourself. Too often, people tie their sense of worth to their accomplishments, their appearance, or how others perceive them. While these things can be important, they are not the true measure of your value. When you rely on external factors to define your self-worth, you are constantly vulnerable to disappointment, rejection, and the shifting tides of life. Instead, true self-worth comes from within. It's about understanding that you were created for a purpose and that your existence itself is a testament to your inherent value. Building confidence stems from affirming this sense of worth every day. It's about acknowledging your strengths, embracing your flaws, and accepting the unique qualities that make you who you are. Confidence grows when you stop comparing yourself to others and start recognizing the incredible abilities that you have. It means trusting in your capacity to handle challenges and believing that you are equipped to overcome obstacles. When you trust yourself, you stop questioning your abilities and start acting with conviction, even in the face of uncertainty. Confidence isn't about never doubting yourself or always being sure of the outcome. It's about taking action in spite of fear, knowing that you are capable of figuring things out along the way. It's about trusting that you have the resilience and the tools within you to rise to any occasion. Confidence doesn't come from being flawless, but from embracing your imperfections and still moving forward with purpose. The path to building both self-worth and confidence requires patience and practice. It's a journey of self-discovery, where you must learn to silence the negative voices, both internal and external, that tell you you're not good enough. Instead, you cultivate a mindset that acknowledges your worth and abilities. This means being kind to yourself, forgiving your mistakes, and seeing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as reflections of your limitations. The more you nurture your sense of self-worth, the more confident you become. This confidence doesn't just serve you personally, but it radiates out into your relationships, your work, and your impact on the world. When you value yourself, you are more likely to set healthy boundaries, pursue your passions, and contribute in meaningful ways. Confidence becomes a magnet that attracts positive experiences, opportunities, and people who also value and respect you. Self-worth and confidence are not static. They evolve and grow with you as you continue to learn, adapt, and challenge yourself. When you believe in your worth and act with confidence, you unlock a power within that can propel you to unimaginable heights. Your belief in yourself becomes the force that shapes your reality, and when you carry that belief with you every day, you become unstoppable. Respect for others' value is the understanding that every person holds unique worth, and that worth should be acknowledged and honored regardless of their background, accomplishments, or current circumstances. It is about recognizing that every individual has their own story, their own journey, and their own set of experiences that shape who they are. This respect goes beyond simply tolerating others. It involves a deep appreciation for their intrinsic value and an acknowledgement of their potential. When we respect others, we elevate not only them but also ourselves, because the way we treat others reflects our own understanding of our worth. Respecting the value of others begins with empathy. It requires the ability to see beyond surface-level differences and recognize the humanity in everyone we encounter. It's easy to judge others based on appearances, social status, or outward success, but true respect comes when we take the time to understand that every person, regardless of their circumstances, is worthy of dignity and compassion. Everyone has something unique to contribute, and by recognizing this, we open ourselves to learning from the diverse perspectives and talents that others bring into our lives. Respecting others' value is a direct reflection of how we value ourselves. When we respect others, we are showing that we understand our own worth. It's difficult to give respect to others if we don't first see value in ourselves. The way we view and treat others often mirrors the way we see ourselves. When we treat people with kindness, honor, and appreciation, it is a sign that we carry that same kindness within ourselves. If we believe that everyone has inherent value, we'll act accordingly, offering support, encouragement, and understanding instead of judgment or dismissal. In addition, respecting others' value fosters connection and collaboration. When we show respect for the people around us, we create an environment where trust and mutual understanding thrive. This respect opens the door for deeper relationships, both personally and professionally. People are more likely to work with you, share ideas, and collaborate when they feel valued and heard. By recognizing the value in others, we encourage them to bring their full selves to the table, creating a space for growth, creativity, and innovation. This mutual respect is the foundation for strong, healthy communities and teams. Respecting others also means acknowledging their struggles and challenges. Each person you meet has faced hardships, and while we may not always understand their journey, showing respect means recognizing that everyone is doing the best they can with the resources available to them. When we respect others' value, we become more compassionate and less judgmental. We create a culture where vulnerability is accepted, where mistakes are seen as opportunities to grow, and where everyone is supported in their pursuit of their own potential. The act of respecting others' value is a powerful force for creating positive change in the world. When we extend respect and kindness to others, we begin to build a ripple effect that influences those around us. People feel empowered when they are treated with dignity, and that empowerment leads to greater self-worth and confidence. As this cycle continues, it creates a world where people lift each other up, celebrate each other's successes, and support each other through struggles. This collective respect for the value of each individual ultimately contributes to the well-being and growth of society as a whole. Respecting others' value is also an ongoing practice. It is not something that happens just once or when it's convenient. It requires consistency, patience, and the willingness to listen, learn, and grow. It's important to approach every interaction with an open mind and a humble heart, recognizing that everyone has a story and a perspective that is valuable. By doing so, we create an environment where respect for one another becomes a natural, integral part of our daily lives, and we build a world where everyone's value is recognized, honored, and celebrated. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth and the key to understanding who we are at our core. It allows us to step outside of ourselves and gain a clear perspective on our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. When we become self-aware, we begin to recognize the patterns that shape our actions, the beliefs that influence our decisions, and the underlying motivations driving us. This awareness not only helps us better understand ourselves, but it also empowers us to make more conscious choices and live more intentionally. At its core, self-awareness is about becoming familiar with our own internal landscape. It involves observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses, and being honest with ourselves about who we are and what we need. This honesty is not always easy, as it can be uncomfortable to confront aspects of ourselves that we may not like or understand. However, true self-awareness requires this level of vulnerability. When we are willing to look at ourselves with an open mind, without defensiveness or denial, we create the space for real growth and transformation. Self-awareness allows us to understand how we relate to the world around us. It helps us recognize how our beliefs and emotions influence our interactions with others and how we respond to different situations. By becoming aware of these patterns, we can break free from automatic reactions and make choices that align with our values and goals. For example, if we notice that we tend to react defensively in situations, self-awareness allows us to pause and choose a more thoughtful response rather than being controlled by impulses or old habits. In relationships, self-awareness plays a crucial role. It enables us to understand how our actions affect others and how we contribute to the dynamics of our interactions. By being aware of our own needs, triggers, and communication styles, we can engage with others in a more empathetic and respectful way. Self-awareness helps us listen more effectively, understand different perspectives, and respond in ways that foster connection rather than conflict. It also encourages us to take responsibility for our own actions and reactions rather than blaming others or external circumstances for how we feel or behave. Another vital aspect of self-awareness is emotional intelligence, which involves recognizing and managing our emotions in healthy ways. When we are self-aware, we can identify our emotions as they arise, allowing us to process and express them constructively. This emotional awareness gives us the tools to handle stress, disappointment, or anger without letting these emotions dictate our actions. It also allows us to cultivate positive emotions such as gratitude, joy, and compassion, enhancing our overall sense of well-being. This self-awareness provides the clarity needed to make decisions that are in alignment with our true desires and values. Without self-awareness, we may make choices based on external pressures, societal expectations, or a desire to please others, rather than following our own path. When we understand who we are, what motivates us, and what truly matters to us, we are better equipped to make decisions that bring us closer to our authentic self. This self-alignment leads to a greater sense of fulfillment, as we are no longer chasing after things that don't resonate with our true purpose. Being self-aware also encourages continuous growth and self-improvement. As we become more attuned to our strengths and areas for development, we can take proactive steps to improve ourselves. We can set realistic goals, seek out new learning opportunities, and embrace challenges that allow us to grow. This sense of awareness drives us to keep evolving, to reflect on our progress, and to continuously strive for better versions of ourselves. Self-awareness is not a destination but an ongoing process. It requires consistent reflection, mindfulness, and a willingness to adapt. It involves being present in the moment and acknowledging when we are being led by old habits or unconscious beliefs. As we continue to deepen our self-awareness, we unlock the potential for greater clarity, authenticity, and personal power. This journey of self-discovery empowers us to live with intention, to make choices that are in alignment with who we truly are, and to create a life that reflects our deepest values and aspirations. Legacy and impact are two powerful forces that shape the way we are remembered and the influence we have on the world. They are not just about the tangible things we leave behind, but the intangible marks we make on the lives of others, the communities we touch, and the changes we inspire. The idea of legacy goes beyond material wealth, titles, or accomplishments. It's about the values we instill, the relationships we build, and the way we contribute to something greater than ourselves. Impact is the ripple effect of our actions, the positive, lasting influence we have on those around us, often in ways we may not even fully realize. A meaningful legacy is often built over time, shaped by the choices we make, the way we treat others, and the purpose we pursue. It's not something we can plan or force, but rather something that naturally flows from the alignment of our values, actions, and character. When we live authentically, with integrity and a clear sense of purpose, we create a legacy that is rooted in the heart. This legacy is not only for our families or those closest to us, it extends to anyone whose life we touch along the way. The impact of our actions, no matter how small they may seem, can leave a lasting impression on people, shaping their thoughts, their beliefs, and even their own decisions. The legacy we leave behind is often a reflection of the values we hold most dear. For some, it may be a legacy of kindness and compassion, where the way they treated others serves as an inspiration for future generations. For others, it might be a legacy of knowledge, learning, and education, empowering others with the tools to succeed. The essence of our legacy is found in the way we live each day, in how we interact with the world, how we treat the people we encounter, and in how we stand up for what we believe in. These actions form the building blocks of the legacy that lives on long after we are gone. The impact, on the other hand, is the direct effect of our actions. It is how we influence others through the way we show up in the world. Every action we take, every word we speak, and every decision we make has the potential to create change, whether immediate or long-lasting. Sometimes the impact is evident right away, a kind gesture that brightens someone's day, a decision that shifts the course of a project or life. Other times, the impact is slower, unfolding over time as the seeds of our actions grow and develop into something far more significant than we anticipated. Our impact is also shaped by how we overcome challenges and setbacks. The way we handle adversity can have a profound effect on others, teaching them about resilience, perseverance, and the importance of maintaining hope even in difficult times. When we rise above obstacles, we demonstrate the power of inner strength and inspire others to do the same. The impact of our ability to endure and overcome is often felt long after the specific challenge has passed. Both legacy and impact are linked to the connections we create with others. The relationships we build with family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers often have a greater influence than any accomplishment or material possession. A life well lived is often remembered not by what we did, but by how we made others feel, how we listened to them, supported them, and helped them discover their own potential. Our influence is not limited to grand gestures, but extends to the everyday acts of kindness, encouragement, and understanding. Legacy and impact are also shaped by the lessons we impart and the wisdom we share. As we live our lives, we accumulate experiences, insights, and knowledge. When we take the time to share this wisdom with others, whether through mentoring, teaching, or simply leading by example, we extend our influence beyond ourselves. By lifting others up, we help them recognize their own potential and empower them to leave their own legacies. This creates a cycle of positive impact, where each individual in turn becomes a beacon of hope, encouragement, and inspiration for those who follow. The legacy we leave behind and the impact we have on the world are not defined by how much we acquire or how many accolades we collect, but by the lives we touch, the people we inspire, and the values we uphold. The greatest impact we can make is not through fleeting moments of recognition, but through consistent actions that align with our deepest beliefs and purpose. The legacy we create is the sum of the positive, meaningful connections we make, the love we give, and the way we help others see the best in themselves and the world. These are the things that live on long after we are gone, shaping the future and inspiring generations to come. Overcoming limitations is one of the most empowering journeys we can undertake. We all face limitations, both internal and external, that can appear as obstacles preventing us from reaching our full potential. These limitations can be physical, emotional, mental, or societal, but the key to overcoming them lies in understanding that they do not define us. Limitations are often seen as barriers, but in reality, they can be viewed as opportunities for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. The true power lies not in the absence of limitations, but in our ability to transform them into stepping stones on the path to greatness. The first step in overcoming limitations is to recognize them without letting them define our potential. Awareness is critical in this process. By acknowledging our limitations, we can start to understand where they come from and why they exist. Some limitations are self-imposed, arising from our fears, insecurities, or beliefs about what is possible. These limitations are often based on past experiences, societal expectations, or the negative messages we've internalized over time. Understanding the root of these limitations allows us to begin dismantling them piece by piece. When we recognize that these limitations are not permanent or inherent parts of who we are, we can take the first step toward overcoming them. External limitations, such as societal barriers or physical challenges, can often feel more daunting. These limitations may be out of our direct control, but our response to them is always within our power. By focusing on what we can control, our attitude, mindset, and approach, we can rise above the external forces that seem to hold us back. For instance, a person born into difficult circumstances may face economic or social barriers, but by cultivating resilience, resourcefulness, and a clear vision of their goals, they can find ways to transcend those limitations. Overcoming external limitations often requires creative thinking, resourcefulness, and persistence. It may also involve advocating for change, challenging societal norms, or seeking support from others who understand and encourage our goals. The most powerful force in overcoming limitations is often our mindset. Our beliefs shape our reality, and if we hold the belief that our limitations are insurmountable, we unknowingly limit our own potential. Shifting from a mindset of scarcity and self-doubt to one of abundance and possibility is key to overcoming limitations. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning, empowers us to view challenges as opportunities for improvement rather than as threats. When we embrace this mindset, limitations become temporary hurdles, not permanent roadblocks. We begin to see that every limitation is an invitation to grow, learn, and become more resourceful. Building resilience is another crucial element in overcoming limitations. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to persist in the face of adversity, and to continue moving forward despite challenges. When we face limitations, whether physical, emotional, or mental, our ability to stay resilient can determine whether we break through those limitations or allow them to stop us. Resilience is developed through consistent practice. The more we face difficulties, the stronger we become in managing them. Each challenge faced and overcome strengthens our character and our ability to keep going, no matter what stands in our way. Another powerful tool in overcoming limitations is support. We are not meant to face challenges alone. Seeking out mentors, coaches, or communities that share our vision can provide the encouragement and guidance needed to push past limitations. Others who have already overcome similar obstacles can offer insights and strategies that can help us move forward. The power of support lies not just in receiving advice or resources, but in the motivation that comes from knowing others believe in our potential and are rooting for success. This external belief often ignites the internal drive to push through barriers that might otherwise seem impossible. Overcoming limitations also requires patience and self-compassion. It's important to recognize that growth and transformation take time. In our fast-paced world, there is often pressure to achieve instant results, but real breakthroughs are usually the result of sustained effort over time. Being patient with ourselves, forgiving our mistakes, and learning from failure is essential in this journey. Every step, no matter how small, brings us closer to breaking through our limitations. Each setback is not a sign of defeat, but an opportunity to learn, grow, and adapt. The act of overcoming limitations is about realizing that our true potential is limitless. The limitations we face are temporary, and we are far more capable than we often give ourselves credit for. By changing our mindset, building resilience, seeking support, and embracing the challenges along the way, we unlock the power within us to break free from the boundaries we once thought defined us. It's through overcoming these limitations that we discover the depth of our strength, the breadth of our potential, and the incredible possibilities that lie just beyond the obstacles in front of us. Continuous growth and development are the keys to leading a fulfilling and meaningful life. Growth is not a destination, but an ongoing journey that shapes our character, expands our abilities, and deepens our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It's the commitment to evolving into the best version of ourselves, knowing that there is always more to learn, more to experience, and more to contribute. This pursuit of constant improvement requires intention, self-discipline, and an openness to change. It's about striving to become better each day, not in comparison to others, but in comparison to who we were yesterday. At the heart of continuous growth is the desire to push beyond our comfort zones. Growth happens when we step outside of familiar territory and embrace new challenges, even when they seem daunting. It's easy to stay where we feel safe, but growth doesn't occur in places of comfort. It's the willingness to take risks, to make mistakes, and to learn from those experiences that propels us forward. Growth requires courage to face the unknown, and the courage to confront our own limitations. When we choose growth, we choose to be uncomfortable, but it's through discomfort that transformation takes place.